Here's a startup and a walk around of my 1986 Ford E150 Econoline Baja Prerunner van. It always starts up that easy, hot, cold, doesn't matter. Give it one pump of the gas to set the choke if needed. It will fire right off. The body on this van is straight. There are some small dents and dings that are underneath the paint. Here is one of the larger ones, for example. That being said, all the doors open and close smoothly, locks work, windows work, all of that little stuff works. Doesn't smoke, burn any oil. It's a Flowmaster muffler. These rear windows pop open for ventilation if you're camping in there. Top's in good shape. You have an opening roof vent and a 100-watt panel. Let's take a look at it from this side. Again, very straight. And let's take a look close up at this paint here. It's a 1970s Volkswagen orange with this dark gray and this white speckle to give it kind of an interesting appearance. The pointing door opens up easy. This was the basic Econoline model, didn't come with the radio. The gauges all do work. We're at 113,038 miles. That'll go up a little bit as I do drive it. And the odometer has rolled over, so it says 13,038. We have these heavy duty rubber floor mats. You have this gray truck bed liner. My favorite part, this factory 3-speed plus overdrive manual transmission. The transmission was rebuilt about a year ago, a little bit less. Seats are in good shape. Underneath this floor mat there was a patch welded into the floor. You can kind of see the diamond shapes. Very well done. Body mounts are in good shape. Again, taking a look at the factory clutch pedal, clutch master linkage. Here it is, the 300 cubic inch Inline Six. Arguably the best gasoline engine ever put into full-size vehicles. Runs excellent. Nice and dry, doesn't drip oil. Shouldn't say that, I think there's a small rear main leak, but minor. newer Carter 1-barrel carburetor. This engine with this transmission here is rated at over 20 miles per gallon. I believe like 21, 22 highway miles per gallon, around 20 combined. So very efficient for an old full-size van. The front end on here is all custom. It's done by Weldtec out of California. They do a lot of Baja pre-running vehicles. And it's all brand new. We have the custom bent I-beams. We have the Fox shocks. And then we have the outers, all brand new as well. New ball joints, new wheel bearings, brakes, all the way out to the new wheels, and via Goodrich all-terrain tires. Take a look underneath, it's all very clean. That is that freshly rebuilt overdrive transmission. You can see a tiny little drop on the engine, but nothing big. All very clean, not rusted out. Has 2 fuel tanks, they both work. Flowmaster muffler. Again, all the structure underneath intact. That here, that's a plate if you want to mount an auxiliary air heater, gasoline-fired air heater to warm it while you're camping, or diesel. That's a standard plate. And there is a tap in this front fuel tank for the fuel pickup already in place. It's like a small pinion leak. Door always opens and shuts very well and smooth. Inside was a minimalist Baja camper build. Basically very strong and lightweight. We started by stripping the entire van, having it spray foam insulated. You can see a little bit there where the refrigerator slot, but the entire inside spray foam insulated, just like the professionals do on a high-end build. And then the structure for the bed and the cabinet was built out of lightweight welded steel. That way when the body of the van flexes off-road, you're not going to be cracking wood and having stuff move around. Very solid. This bed platform here is wider than a full, so you can fit a full mattress no problem. Storage underneath, and all the little details, like this platform, it's riveted, not bolted, so it can handle the rigors of off-road use. Needs some little trim and details finish. You can tell it is wired for lights, but there is none installed. We need some trim at the corner of that fiberglass panel. We do have a nice max fan. It does work, but it is not wired up. And then on the kitchen counter here, this is a solid pine countertop. Stainless steel marine sink with an all brass faucet. It does drain out to the ground. This here is sized for a compressor refrigerator. It's a Norcold model that would slide right in there. This would be for water jerry cans that you could use a pickup for the sink. There's that that plate, the top of that plate, if you wanted to run a gasoline fired or a diesel fired heater. Battery tray for your house battery. We do have curtains, both sides. They do slide together to give you privacy for camping. So overall usable as is, but if you wanted to really make this thing pop, it could take a little bit of wiring, a little bit of trim work. And that is for a battery monitor and some control switches. Looking under the bed in the back, you do have a spare tire. Again, very well done. Everything's really well done inside here. And this van with this 6-cylinder and this overdrive, it'll cruise 75 down the highway, no problem. It's not the quickest thing on the road. It is an Inline 6 tractor engine in here, but you know, when you get about double the mileage of your traditional full-size van, you know, there's not much to complain about. This van is driven regularly. It's not like it's sitting and you're gonna have a bunch of issues when you go to drive it home. Personally, I would hop in this thing and drive it out to the East Coast tomorrow. I don't think it would have near an issue.